Imagine for a moment someone that you don't want to be associated with. And let's be honest for a second. Think about it. Who is someone that maybe they think differently from you? Maybe it's not even a specific person, but it's this type of person in your mind that thinks this way, believes this thing. Or maybe it is a specific person who actually has done harm to you or has done harm to you in the past or reminds you of something in your life and you just do not want to be associated with them. I can imagine Jesus was having some conflicting feelings in John 13 when he's washing the disciples' feet and he knows in his head that Judas is about to betray him. But I love in verse 3, it says, Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all into his hands. So Jesus, knowing that he had come from God, knowing this reality, the very next thing John says he does is that he rose from supper and washed their feet. Jesus, upon knowing the reality of who he is, the Son of God, the Son, God incarnate, the perfect and holy one, knowing that reality causes Jesus to want to lower himself and serve another. And so he washes the disciples' feet that evening. And then if you go on into verse 12, John writes that when he had washed their feet and put on his outer garments and resumed his place, he said to them, "Do you understand what I have done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you are right, for so I am. If then your Lord and teacher have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet." Now, outside of Judas in that room, I mean, the disciples were sinners just like all of us. They made mistakes, but they were Jesus' closest friends, right? They're the people that Jesus wanted to spend his time with, that he chose to spend his time with, that he loved deeply. So in your head, you might think, well, Jesus served them in that moment. And okay, I guess Judas was there too. But that's not the person that I don't want to be associated with, right? That's not my enemy. That's not this person I can't stand being around. But think again about that reality that Jesus knew exactly who he was. That he is God of the universe, that he is perfect, he is holy, he is righteous. He is the one who is about to lay down his life for his friends, and yet they're going to betray him, they're going to walk away from him, they're going to deny him in his most needed moment. And they're going to continue sinning with their life, right? And then all these people are going to deny him, and he's going to be left alone and forsaken for our sin. And he doesn't deserve it at all, right? He deserves the exact opposite of death on a cross. He deserves to be exalted above all other names, that worshipped and to be praised in all things, and that he deserves to be in the heaven on his heavenly throne and in the presence of the Father and the Holy Spirit, and to be in perfect harmony. And yet he chose to serve in the lowest manner possible by washing his disciples' feet. And then he turns to them and says, if the God of the universe is willing to deny his privileges to serve another, not just serve someone on a common level, but to say, I will be beneath you, I will take on the lowest form of a servant to serve you, that is what my love looks like. Whoever that person is in your head today, I challenge you to think about a way that you can lower yourself to love that person this week. Because that is the kind of love that compels us and changes our hearts, because we've been loved by God. And when we love others that way, it transforms lives.